There's all these hidden kind of frontier sciences that just aren't coalesced around the challenges of space settlement, but they're very relevant to it. That I think if we brought all this together, there's be thousands of individuals and very exciting, relevant projects that some of those folks probably never think of how they're applicable to space settlement. And that story, that message there, I think is a little bit lost, but maybe we could get enough funding to do it. And I think it's a really low budget number. Again, this work is already being done. It's just not being probably coordinated in any relevance to space settlement. And it is an exciting, important work just for civilization here on Earth. And it's just, oh, okay, here's actually a market. Instead of it being this deep tech, instead of it being a scientist working on a project that's 30 years over the horizon, for some industry or some corporation, oh, here it is. Like we could send this up to space in a couple of years because it's really relevant for that environment and economy. I think that is a relatively low budget item. I think that's somewhere between like $1 and $3 billion. And you could get a lot of this hardware truly to, regardless of what scale. Now we can manufacture things at incredibly small scale. So, to make a plastic distillation system, that's the size of a desktop printer, you can now do. Whereas 50 years ago, it would have been really hard to do something like that. So the scale of manufacturing, the technology is being developed to address these over the horizon challenges. We just have to kind of figure out what needs to go in the box. What do we bring with us?
That brings up one of the things I really want to focus on for this entire year. What is it going to take to make humanity multiplanetary? I don't think anyone has really asked that question in a way that's structured and targeted enough. We need to be looking at the entire scale of all of our companies that are building hardware, the organizations that are dealing with the public, and as a collective, because really there's no space industry. We have a terrestrial industry with some kind of space flair, but really we don't have an industry in space until we have major infrastructure.